I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here we go.
Yeah. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah. I didn't know if they were doing rock, paper, scissors.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
I hope everyone had a good end to their summer. I have so many things to discuss today, as I just said. Although I didn't share when we had our meeting over the summer, this summer, Titan Service Scholars held 2 huge garage sales to raise money for our trip to the Dominican Republic to help people living in the Pate communities working for the sugarcane industry in horrible living conditions. This trip is super special, and I'm so grateful that I get to experience this opportunity. I just know it will be life-changing, and I'm so glad that the sale was a huge success. So many people that came were curious, grateful, and impressed by our school's dedication to do good. Senior Sunrise was held last Friday, combined with Schrader, and that was super special to me as well, because I went to Clem South, so we split. So I got to see so many people from when I was young and reconnect with them, and take so many pictures, eat donuts, and drink the drinks that were provided. Although I'm not a morning person, it was 5 a.m. was really early. It was a really good start to my day, though. And now, for what everybody wants to also hear is the phone ban. I hate to say this, but it's going really well. It's going extremely well. And I've seen, since I've always been a talker, it's really nice to have somebody talk to me back to my face instead of in their phone. So it's been so great. We're doing more work as well. And some people have achieved creative solutions to still listen to music, which is important because some people do focus better with music. And so we're seeing cassette tapes, iPods, and not everybody. And it's it's way less of a distracting device because it doesn't have social media on it or anything. And the teachers can see it as well, so they can tell them when to take them off. So I am super grateful for that, and I'm glad to actually be talking to more people as well.
Awesome.
That was a lot, so I didn't share any more. But yes, the halls are decorated with senior kid backpacks, wired headphones, and chatty students. So, yeah, and that's all for me.
Oh, that's great.
Hello, everyone. It's finally back to school. We've survived the first week, so I'd say that's a pretty good start. Schrader's also getting back into the swing of things, and the new phone ban is a pretty big change, but give us a few more weeks, and I think we'll get it. Fall sports are underway, and our cross-country team had a lot of fun at Dash in the Dark this past Friday. That's the one and only cross-country race I participate in, because I'm more of a long sprinter. But it was so much fun, and I look forward to it every year. And then tennis and all of our other fall sports have had some pretty good games so far, too. Along with that, our freshmen had their orientation in August and their locker night, so that was really helpful for them. I appreciated it when I was a freshman, so hopefully we can continue that little tradition. Mr. Fedor's Earth Science class is using a website called Tasking Manager to make maps for humanitarian aid. This website allows people to map houses and buildings in areas that don't have access to Google Maps and that were badly affected by natural disasters. And then these maps are then used by the Red Cross and other foundations to send in help and send supplies for them. He does this every year and also some other fundraisers. I think he's doing a food collection in December, so hopefully we can hear more about how that goes. And then our junior class / my junior class is planning a kickball night to get everyone together and lay out the plans for the rest of this year. I know we have a lot of other fun things planned and things that we want to make happen, so hopefully all that stuff comes into action. And then Spirit Week and Homecoming Week is also coming up. I feel like it comes so fast, but our classes are planning their hallway themes. I'm not going to spoil the juniors one, but hopefully it turns out pretty cool. And I'm also definitely looking forward to our pep rally that we have every year. It's such like a fun time having all the grades together in like the gym and playing the games that the student council plans out and just having fun. And then finally, Picture Day happened yesterday and then again today. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you both. A couple quick points here. Number one, the senior sunrise. I just want the audience to know that thank you to both high schools, their leadership teams, and everybody that made that happen. This is the first time we've ever had a One Webster senior sunrise where both schools came together and celebrated that. So it was awesome. So thank you guys very much for that. And this is actually your third meeting because you guys were both here for August and July. So thank you guys very much for that. Thanks.
All right, Joan.
Hello, Julie.
I'm Joan Barnabas. I'm the WTA liaison. I get to report out on the Webster Teachers Association. It's amazing, and we're so happy that there were so many times I would report over the years, and the students and the administration would cover so much. I would be checking things off my list. So it's pretty awesome. Thank you and welcome. We're back. You know, we never left. There's hundreds of hours poured into this summer that Webster Teachers Association has been working at. But most of all, we wanted to just leave, welcome, say hello, leave some of the flyers that are happening of things you should know as we co-partner. We partner with the Concert Apparel Wear, and our SEPTA Bowling is happening in person in October. So to have those things in front of you, you guys are very much aware of it and in great support of it. But WTA wants to put our time onto you because September's meeting belongs to all of you and your families. Congratulations on what you do, and thank you. Thank you for sharing your children with us.
Thanks, Joni.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to celebrations. As Mrs. Bardanis mentioned, we have our WREA Citizenship Awards recognition. Just coming up.
All right.
You can tell I'm retired. I have to put on the readers. Hi, I'm Janet Gibson, and I'm here to represent the Webster Retired Teachers Association, otherwise known as the WREA. The 2024-25 school year wrapped up with a lot of excitement as students throughout the district celebrated milestones and accomplishments. At the elementary level, this meant presenting the Citizenship Award to deserving fifth graders. Given at fifth grade Moving Up Day or School-Wide Flag Day celebrations, the award is gifted by the Webster Retired Educators Association to the fifth grader at each of the district's 7 elementary schools who best models the attributes of scholarship, service, leadership, and sportsmanship in different areas of life. The WREA presented these honorees with a medal, and their names were added to the Citizenship Award winners' plaque that hangs in their school. We have a few retired teachers here tonight who are proud to announce this year's recipients. The first teacher I would like to introduce is Al Harry.
Good evening. I would like to invite DeWitt Rhodes honoree Eliza Wegman to come up. Take a seat right here. Eliza consistently gives back to her school and community. She volunteers without being asked and helps classmates who are struggling. Whether in safety patrol, orchestra, chorus, Pirates 2, the Hidden Treasure musical, Ridge Runners, or lacrosse, she leads by example. This is particularly true in the classroom where she ensures everyone's voice is heard and treats each person and idea with respect. Eliza cheers on others' successes while her quiet integrity motivates those around her to be their best selves. She has a genuine love of learning and a commitment to academic responsibility, hard work, thoughtful participation, and helping others succeed. Eliza also volunteers at her local church where she sings and leads young children. She understands that a strong community is built by people who care for one another. She recognizes sportsmanship by handling both victory and defeat with grace and is a kind, considerate teammate who celebrates the success of others and offers encouragement amid adversity. Thank you, Eliza, for your kindness and for all you do to make this world a better place.
Congratulations.
Okay. I would like to introduce Heidi Zestowny. I'd like to introduce Heidi Zestowny.
Hello, I would like to invite up Clem North's honoree, Emma Turnquist. Okay. Emma enjoys participating and learning. She approaches each activity with perseverance and dedication, enjoys working as a reading buddy and with second graders, volunteers as an anchor on the Clem North Morning Show, and is a dedicated member of the Clem North Band. She gave additional time to her instrument to prepare and perform in the NYSSMA, New York State Schools Music Association Solo Fest. Emma has also eagerly participated in additional school activities such as chorus, Ridge Runners, and Jewelry Club. When not in school, she is involved in a variety of activities such as basketball leagues, the Cure Childhood Cancer Association, and her church's children group, where she participates in events that give back to the community. When not busy with all of this, Emma loves the bills, tacos, reading, and spending time with family. Her kind heart, positive attitude, and amazing work ethic make her the true definition of a Clem North star. Thank you, Emma, for your kindness and for all you do to make this world a better place.
Is that you again, Carole?
The next teacher I'd like to introduce is Dina Dugan.
Hi, I'm Dina Dugan, longtime retiree of Clem South, and I'd like to call up Josie Dolan.
Mark, he's the only one. Can you tell me why? Here in the family situation.
Josie is Clem South's retiree, or, I'm sorry.
That's great.
Josie demonstrates sportsmanship through morning meetings, daily recess, class activities, and basketball. She also participated in Clem South's play, chorus, and band, playing clarinet at a solar fest, earning her a spot in the all-county band. Josie has shown scholarship by performing her best in every task, advocating for herself as well as others, and setting and achieving goals. She takes pride in her academic work and accepts challenges. One of her biggest academic accomplishments this year was completing an enrichment project, writing a chapter book with peers. This required brainstorming, planning, writing, editing, illustrating, and publishing their work while working cooperatively. Josie serves her school and community by helping classmates and teachers, being a kindergarten safety, and working with younger English language learners. Outside of school, she volunteers at a kindergarten safety and working with younger English language learners. She volunteers at Rescue Treasure Pet Adoptions and is an active member of the Webster Presbyterian Church. Josie is a positive role model, stepping up when needed, persevering through challenges, and being inclusive and respectful to all. Thank you, Josie, for your kindness and for all you do to make this world a better place. And now I'd like to call up Diane Weiskopf.
I would like to invite up Camden Ebenho, the Plank North honoree. Camden is a model student who consistently demonstrates kindness and helpfulness to his peers, staff, and teachers. He displays essential skills, actively engages in his learning, and is dependable, courteous, and considerate of all. Whether offering help to a friend or assisting a teacher, Camden's positivity shines through with a smile and a kind word. He helps classmates and praises their efforts, leading by example with a gentle, quiet nature that makes everyone feel comfortable. Camden is respectful to his classmates who know they can count on him in any situation. A quiet leader, he is also dedicated to his learning, tackling challenges head-on, and pushing himself to deepen his understanding and serving as a positive role model. Camden's commitment extends beyond the classroom as a valuable member of the 5th grade orchestra, chorus, Battle of the Books, Math Olympiad, and school safety. Outside of school, he enjoys Ridge Runners, soccer, and basketball. Thank you, Camden, for your kindness and for all you do to make the world a better place. And now I would like to introduce Barbara Calmer.
Hi, everybody. Many of you know me as Barb Subject. Many of you know me as Barbara Harrington. I just got married 10 months ago, so my new name is Calmer. K-A-M-M-E-R. Yay. Life changes in an instant. I retired from Plank South. I taught in Webster 40 years at all the schools but State and Schlegel. I am very happy to invite up Austin Zola from Plank South.
Yeah.
All right, Austin is kind of special. because I taught his mother at Plank North in third grade.
Paula.
Yeah, so things come full circle. Austin here consistently works at a high level, participates in all class discussions, pushes his academic thinking, and honors mistakes and feedback. He treats his classmates with fairness, respect, generosity, and courtesy. He enjoys working with anyone in class, especially those who need that little extra support. Austin goes above and beyond to give compliments and much encouragement to others. He demonstrates leadership in Ridge Runners, student council, classroom activities. When anyone makes a mistake, he provides encouragement and focuses on positivity, making an impact on his classroom. Austin participates in band, Safety Scouts, the Plank South Post Office, and on the morning show for Plank South. Outside of school, he has been involved in the WTA Breast Cancer Walk and the First Responders 5K. Austin collects bottles and cans to use the proceeds to buy goods that he donates to local food cupboards. He also visits a local nursing home where he plays the piano for the residents, plays checkers, does crafts, and just chats with them. So thank you, Austin, so much for your kindness in making this world a much better place. Now I hand it back to Janet.
And I would like to invite up Scarlett Haffensteiner, who is Schlegel's honoree. There you go. Welcome. Let's see. Scarlett consistently embodies the CARE attributes, those being cooperation, accountability, respect, and excellence, achieving high standards through hard work and dedication. She leads by example, effectively collaborating and communicating, always ready to support peers' learning. Her respectful, kind, and compassionate demeanor, coupled with her enthusiasm, positively influences those around her. Scarlett ensures that everyone feels included and valued, consistently seeking growth opportunities. Her diligence, positive energy, and sense of humor are inspiring. She's active in school, helping in the pre-K classes, while also participating in chorus, band, intramurals, and courtyard ambassador, where she strives to make Schlegel's outdoor learning space a better environment. Scarlett has also been an active participant in Lego Club, Ridge Runners, and Math Olympiad. Outside of school, she takes piano lessons, is a Girl Scout, plays volleyball and basketball, and enjoys spending time with her family. Thank you so much, Scarlett, for your kindness and for all you do to make this world a better place. Now I would like to invite Stephanie Jones to come up.
Good evening. I am lucky enough to have been the music teacher at State Road for the 2 recipients that State Road has, and was able to teach them up until they were in 3rd grade. So I'd like to invite up Will Lurkins and Scarlett Kent. Will and Scarlett share this honor. I'll start with Will. Will exemplifies care in his insatiable thirst for knowledge and unwavering motivation. He fully engages in every lesson, eagerly sharing ideas, asking insightful questions, and volunteering for challenges. If he finishes early, he seeks out or even creates his own advanced work, demonstrating a remarkable drive for learning. He even completed his ST math homework through his 7th grade journey, showcasing his dedication. Will is never boastful, often using his academic strengths to help his classmates without judgment. His kindness and inclusivity are frequently noted by peers as he consistently strives to be a true friend. His commitment extends to his extracurriculars, where he was a dedicated Battle of the Books captain, spending recesses reading to support his team. He balanced fierce competition with respect and grace, even in victory. Will further enriches his school community by participating in band, chorus, drama, Ridge Runners, hosting the morning show, acting as a safety patrol, and serving as a flag bearer. When Scarlett first arrived at State Road, she was reserved, and I will definitely agree with that. And I have to add, just one time, we were doing a little conducting activity, and this shy, young, beautiful child got up there and looked like Toscanini, just going at it. It was just the most beautiful thing. And she can come out of her shell, and she has for sure. Her inherent kindness embodies care, and it's immediately evident. While she still enjoys quiet moments, reading about animals, crafting, cards, or crocheting, she's now a highly engaged and thoughtful participant in class discussions, always offering insightful contributions and asking questions that benefit everyone. Scarlett is an active member of the State Road community, serving as a safety patrol, flag bearer, and chorus member. At recess, she ensures everyone feels included, consistently demonstrating kindness and standing up against injustice. She has a remarkable impact on how others perceive themselves, always giving her best and prioritizing the well-being of those around her. Compassionate, dependable, and full of integrity, Scarlett consistently goes out of her way to make others feel they belong. Her selflessness and positive, grateful attitude make a meaningful difference in the lives of many. Thank you so much, Scarlett and Will, for your kindness and for all you do to make this world a better place. And back to Janet.
Okay. We would just like to say congratulations to our 8 students and let you all know that you really do make a difference in the world. We would also like to invite you and your families to meet with us directly downstairs for some refreshments to celebrate your achievements. In addition, we would like to give a special thank you to the board for having us all here today. Right now, before you go downstairs, could we have all of our students and teachers get together on the stairs for a picture of these stairs right here?
Perfect. Can I just make a couple of other just quick recognitions? I just want to do a couple quick
course.
thank yous, and then we'll follow your lead and we'll get that picture, which is great. So first thank you goes out to our Retired Educators Association. You guys are tremendous, and I really appreciate what you obviously did during your careers here, but what you continue to do for our community and for our students. This is such an important honor for these students and their families, and I just want you to know that it really means a lot that we still continue to have you guys in all of their lives, in our lives. So thank you to our retirees and our Retired Education Association. And Bev, you didn't come up tonight, but Bev, I appreciate all your support too. Bev Voos is their president. So next, I do want to thank our principals and teachers and staff that are here tonight from each of our buildings that are here celebrating with our students. So how about a round of applause for them and all the work that they do. Parents, we couldn't do it without you. And that is so incredibly important, especially in today's age, that we truly do have a bond with our parents and a connection to our parents. You're helping us shape the future of our world, and we really appreciate everything you do for your kids, but also all of their peers and friends in our community. How about a round of applause for the parents? And we just saw 8 incredible examples of our students as they go from 5th grade to 6th grade. I am so excited about where they're taking us with their leadership, their character, and all of the excellence that they bring to our schools every day. Students, I don't mean to put a little pressure on you, but I want you to make sure you continue to do that in your middle schools, and you're going to continue to do that in high school and beyond. So thank you guys so much. I wish you all the best. And now we will take Mrs. Gibson's lead, and will everybody, if the teachers and parents, or teachers, students, and principals, if we could go with their educators on the picture on the stairs. And you and I.
Oh, you're gonna have a bigger.
Yeah, I know.
Brian and Neil are doing this one, right?
Then I'm just going to say a couple words on
Okay.
the spot, too.
You want me to start it, or you start it?
You can start. Okay.
All right, next up, we have our recognition for Officer Hurley, Mr. Freeman and Mr. Flood.
All right.
No problemo.
He looks good in green.
I just have to get the speech out that Dave wrote for me. Officer Hurley. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. 9 years ago, our school district took on a new and important step by welcoming our first ever school resource officer. It was a new role for us, and honestly, there were a lot of questions about what it would look like and how it would work. Today, as we honor Officer Dave Hurley, we know the answers to those questions. For 9 years, Officer Hurley has been more than a badge in our hallways. He's been a mentor, a confidant, and a constant presence of common reassurance for our students, staff, and families. He's built bridges where there were once gaps, and he's shown us all what community policing looks like. He set the standard, not just by being present, but by truly being part of our school family. He knew the students by name, he listened to their concerns, and he led with empathy and respect. Because of his example, every school resource officer follows will have a clear, compassionate blueprint to follow, a high bar for any future changes to this important role. On behalf of the Webster Central School District and me personally, I want to express our gratitude for your service, dedication, and the incredible legacy you've built. The lives you've touched, the lessons you've taught, and the safe environment you've created will continue to shape our schools for years to come. This isn't a final goodbye, but a see you later. Our doors will always be open, and our schools will always be a home for you. Thank you.
Hey, absolutely. All right, Brian, did you want? Yeah, I know. Yeah, stay right there a second. Stay right there. And Brian's coming over. He can hug you there and hang out there for a second. We're coming over in just a second, but I want to say a couple words first.
Okay.
First of all, the OG. I mean, that is a term that's given to whether it's the OG or the GOAT. I mean, Dave, you have been tremendous. And I think Neil summed it up perfectly, but I would just add that you have been so much more than just a police officer in our schools. The part of your title, resource, you have been an amazing resource for kids, for family, and every single one of us around here. You have seen us through this district through some of our craziest times, our hardest times, and also you have been there, like Neil said, as a friend and as a confidant, but somebody we could trust, and you're part of our teams. If anybody ever sees him at graduation, there is nobody at graduation that gets more hugs than that guy right there by far, because he is somebody that our community loves and supports. And like Neil said, it's not a goodbye. It's just we'll continue to see you around, but can't thank you enough for what you have done for all of us and set the bar for what school resource officers really can do. So thanks so much, Dave.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It was not my choice to leave the school, but I'm still in the community. I'm still working days, so I will still be walking through these halls, saying hi to the same teachers and faculty and staff and the kids, and the parents as well. I'll still be patrolling the same roads and keeping everybody safe. And my phone is always available for you guys, you know that, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for everything that you guys have done for me.
Thanks, Dave. All right, we have a couple of awards, too. And the most important one.
It's an old photo. It's a photo when Dave first came here. I standing in front of Spry. It's an old picture. When my hair was a lot darker.
Same with me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Speech, I gave it to him. Oh, you did? Okay.
And that, Brent, lots to celebrate tonight. That was fun.
All right.
All right, that brings us to campus news and our superintendent's
campus
report.
news. If I could have my partners come on up, and I will begin campus news as you're walking up. I think we got Paul, Kate, Renee, and I don't know where's Renee. Are Dan and Cindy? Have everybody coming, or just Renee? I don't remember.
Dan wants to come, but he's not coming now.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
There's a grand reveal, it sounds like.
Okay, so I'm going to start out here, and then I'll turn things over to you guys in just a second. So obviously, we had the WREA students. That was a fantastic celebration. What an honor tonight, and also our honor for Officer Hurley. But it's been a wonderful start to the year, and we are so happy to have our students back on campus and that buzz that comes along with it. And during our visits last week, it was exciting to see the hallways and classrooms filled with that energy and excitement that you can see in some of these pictures as well. And we're so thrilled that we're all back together and that we're going to have a year that it's going to be a year based on our theme of adaptability. Summer learning and professional development. The work of our district continues throughout the summer months, and many of our teachers and staff members are engaged in professional development, and several of our administrators participate in teaching and learning opportunities to ensure we are always growing, and you will hear more about that tonight in our instructional report from Mr. Elquist and Mrs. Land. A couple of things to bring to our attention. Last month, Aaron Land, Joe Montemero, Jim McEntee, Ashley Sicola, and myself presented at the Webster Chamber of Commerce breakfast, and we highlighted the district's work with AI and shared many of the exciting things that are happening in our schools. And as part of that presentation, we also shared a video, 100 Seconds, with Dr. Ross Willink, celebrating a lifelong champion of Webster and education because he turned 100 years old on July 22nd, 2025. Joe Montemero will also be recognized, was recognized by the School Administrators Association of New York, more commonly known as SANES, in the spring-summer edition of their Vanguard magazine. So Joe authored an article about a community-based program designed to help students navigate the digital age. And as a result of the article, he has been invited to be a panelist at the SANES conference in October, where he will discuss technology and its relationship to children's mental health. He's also going to be doing a presentation at that conference. A couple of upcoming events. Monroe County School Board's Information Exchange, we'll hear about more later, but tomorrow is the first one. I know a few of us are going, and Aaron and Joe will be leading that presentation on AI in our schools, and so that will be exciting. And without further ado, now I will turn things over to Kate Hessla, our principal at Schlegel Road, Paul Benz, our principal at Schrader High School, and Renee Reagan, our director of transportation, and we'll go in that order if we don't mind. All right, so Kate.
All right, good evening, everyone. It's been a fantastic start to the school year in our elementary schools. All of the emotions in the first week, and excitement being probably the top of the list. And now we're into our second week, so we are digging into our academics. And that's a little bit what I have to share with you tonight related to board goal number 1. So a couple of things highlighted just within the board goal that I will be talking about is our prioritization of literacy, which has been ongoing, that we are working towards challenging our students to move beyond that proficiency to the mastery level of achievement, and that we're really focusing on using data in our PLCs and our professional learning communities to strengthen the work that we will do with students and build that consistency across our schools. So within the district goals that we've set together, we're really looking at that idea of increasing the percentage of our students who are meeting those grade level expectations and also exceeding them. Again, using data and really thinking about those multi-tiered systems of support and how they all factor into that success. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. But first, really want to celebrate last year some of the work that was done and the growth that we saw with our students. So as all of you know, we did start with a new literacy curriculum last year. And what you see on the screen is just a little snippet of our whole district. The blue there, 48% proficient was where we were at the beginning of the year for all of our elementary students. The MOY is the middle of the year, rising up into the orange there at the 54%. And then we were very excited to end the year at a much higher number at 64%. And so we were thrilled with that. And really it did attribute a lot of that to the changes in our Tier 1 curriculum. But we're not done either. So the next slide really shows that we've decided to set our goals even higher. So our goal across all of our elementary schools related to this literacy work is that 90% of our students will meet or exceed that mark. And we do believe that we can do that with the work that we are starting. So the Tier 1 curriculum, continuing to work on that, and we saw that growth last year. But we know that we need to refine that and continue to work on it to bring even more of our students to that benchmark. So this slide is talking a little bit about that multi-tiered systems of support framework in a general sense. We've had this graphic here in Webster for a couple of years now, but helps to remind us that that green Tier 1 is what we provide to all of our students. And then the yellow Tier 2 layered on top is the targeted small group work that we do with our students to give them extra practice or more teaching of what they may have learned in Tier 1 and still need to refine and work on and improve. And then Tier 3 being the individualized instruction that some of our students also require. So when we kind of translate that into our literacy work, the Tier 1 is that core curriculum that we made the big change with last year. This year we're starting to really think about what that Tier 2 work looks like, and we're transitioning to calling that time of our day what I need or win time across all of our schools. And then we're still working on that individualized instruction at Tier 3 as well. So a couple of bullets of really how will we reach that ambitious goal. Again, continuing to strengthen the Tier 1 implementation of our curriculum, administering even a few more additional assessments to really understand where the gaps are for some of our kids who may not quite be there yet. Implementing a walk to read model during the win or what I need time. And I'll say more about that in a moment. But really what it is meant to be able to let us do is to intervene and respond to their students' needs, and then monitoring their progress and adjusting as needed. So what is the what I need or win time? It is a part of our day, 45 minutes, when students will receive instruction that's tailored to their particular needs. There won't be any new instruction based on the grade level standards during that time, but students will be grouped across their homeroom. So if you have a grade level that has maybe 4 classes, students may move from homeroom teacher to homeroom teacher or with an interventionist at that time, and they really will be walking to have that instruction so that they're grouped with students who might have a similar need. And then we'll be reviewing and adjusting those groups throughout the year. In order to support this work, we've had several days this summer where a dedicated committee of all buildings and many different disciplines were represented to really work through logistics and kind of what we were really trying to achieve with this and lay out a plan for supporting our teachers throughout the year. And we're going to we actually met tonight just prior to this meeting, and we'll continue throughout the year. So any questions you have? Thank you.
Exciting.
Paul's coming. I was really excited when I saw everybody here tonight from our presentation.
Yeah.
Want me to go get them? I'll bring them back up here.
Oh,
Make sure they hear it. No? Need to bring cookies to my next presentation, I think. All right. As Kate kind of alluded to, we have done a lot of the similar goals, obviously, because they come from the board on down the district to the schools. So you'll see a lot of similarity between
all the schools here at the secondary level, including Owl Middle and High School and Goal. So as we go through there. Our student liaisons, pretty much this is a great time to do a campus news because it's pretty much the same things that they have said in terms of how we're starting the school year off. And I would agree, the hallways and the cafeteria have been much louder, and the study halls too. I think the students, I want to thank them and congratulate them on actually the whole distraction-free learning has been very, very, on our end, very, very smooth. We did a lot of preparation, we did a lot of work, and I think that was on our minds as going into the school year to start. But our students, they always rise to the occasion, so I'd like to thank them for everything that they've done. And I think at the same time they realize that it is kind of fun going back to the 80s and 90s. Being an 80s product myself.
The cassette tapes.
I cut my mullet. All right. So we do want to thank everybody for the start of the year from throughout the entire district. PTSA, they're just amazing. You'll see pictures throughout our presentation. Each slide has some form of their chalking the walk. And it's just what they bring to the school year really helps it set everybody up for a better tone, along with the nice weather that we've had. Owl High School, they even have a picture of the phone collection success for them. Different, obviously a little bit different of approach, but again, you can see the different things that they've gone on through there. The goals that we've done are through literacy and welcoming and belonging. So those goals pretty much strewn throughout the secondary levels. You'll see the same thing at Owl Middle. At both Owl Middle and Owl High School, they've had changes in administration. And so they're really trying to get to know not only the students, but the program itself. And so it's been an adjustment for them, they've shared, but they've really welcomed it. And if you can see, especially in this Owl Middle one, I don't know, I think there's more people standing than sitting. And that's just the type of approach that they're doing. They're doing the getting to know you at the same time, what we're about here for the Owl Middle and Owl High School programs as they focus on their literacy goals. At Schrader, and you could include Thomas in here as well. We are very in sync with things. If you've heard about our Senior Sunrise, we've been doing that for a few years, and we thought we would join each other this year in terms of getting together. Definitely a different view, and we had the news there, which is fantastic. You can see, if you look at different pictures there, the bottom one in the corner there, that is, I don't know why that one's still on there, actually. That's what I'm looking at. How do I get that off of there? Anyway, the students
Move your mouse at all or no?
Oh, there we go. There we go. My finger's over it. That's why. All right, but you can see the link crew. We're welcoming our 8th graders, our 8th to go 9th graders, and I know Thomas is the same thing. And then if you see the picture, middle center, that's our literacy work with our teachers. Oh, yeah. So our literacy goals you see up on top. With strong pedagogy, we'll use high-quality research-based instructional strategies and focus on content area literacy. So it's different. You know, when a PE teacher hears literacy, they're like, how am I going to teach them how to throw, a baseball? Well, it's not really about literacy much. It is about literacy. It's about reframing the literacy in terms of being literate in your area. And whatever that area might be. Can you talk about how to throw a baseball and communicate that to someone? Can you learn how to sign up for a baseball league, for example, too, if you move on to after you graduate from high school? That is so simple. Everybody understands the content area literacy a little bit more. There's tiers to those also, and we're focusing on tier 2 of the vocabulary, where it's kind of like transitional words for assessments, to be quite frank. So you have your tier 1 words, which is everyday language. Tier 2 are, I'll call them assessment words. Tier 3 are content specific. Like think about your biology words that you might have to learn in there. And you see up on top, that's one of our new teachers in our band room, along with some of the special programs we have. And I know at Schrader, I'm pretty sure Thomas has Instagram, but we did a fun full house version at Schrader. And that was a lot of fun to do. But that's the kind of fun that we have going into the school year. Thomas would say the same thing. I talked to Glenn earlier. You can see up on top, we talked about distraction-free learning, but talked to Glenn last couple days, and very similar to, if I go to Thomas, sorry, because I'm going to go back to the middle. But there's the pictures of Thomas, same sort of thing, form of belonging, community, literacy. And let me go back. Spry, as they started, again, welcoming and affirming. They talk about their goal, increase the percentage of students who are demonstrating growth in reading using multiple data sources as a building and within professional learning community to inform instruction and decision making. And they have their version of their web link is at the bottom left corner, again, welcoming and affirming along with literacy, and a few fun with the news people. So we got some news both at the middle school and the high school. And you can see again, once again at Willink, there's a lot of the literacy links, along with the welcoming back as we come back into the school year. It's been, I'll knock on wood, it has been, I can't wait, we have a meeting with our actually juniors and seniors this week, and I was thinking to myself, I really want to compliment them because they make the entry of love school the first week or so very smooth. I know they're focused on where am I going, who am I sitting with at lunch and all that sort of thing, but it has been a pleasure to have them back at school, and they give us energy. So thank you very much, students and staff, for coming back. Make sure I got everybody. Oh, and goal, sorry about that. But same thing with goal. They actually go to Camp Arrowhead for a bonding day.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. All right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Renee.
now we'll move it over to Renee. Oh,
Wait
Paul's
for-
going to come
Paul's
up.
coming.
Paul's coming up.
Oh,
Okay,
he's
good.
coming. I asked him if he had my PowerPoint tonight, and he said, what PowerPoint?
Oh, just flop there.
No, you're not.
Oh,
that's
switch.
good.
No, you're
I
not.
love it. That's awesome.
Oh, my gosh. Maybe he wasn't kidding. Oh, no, there he is. Okay, so welcome to 2526. Woo-hoo. I want to recognize Skip Barusta, Rochester Area Transportation Supervisors Association. Janice, you're familiar with that. Recognizes the Transportation Employee of the Year. And this year, our dispatcher was voted to receive that award. So we're really proud of him. Great guy. I always say he's sitting in the main driver's seat, getting us up and rolling at 5 a.m. Also, want to give a big thank you to our mechanics for having a 0% failure rate in their DOT inspections, keeping our bus fleet safe. Very proud of them. So that's our group there.
That's great.
Good group of guys. Huge thank you to Leonard Bus Sales and Billy Harvey. 15 new buses arrived. 5 were on back order. We had our 10 that were scheduled to come. Very excited about that. As you can see the smiles on the faces. Here's a group of drivers. They brought our new 6th graders to Spry in the spring for a meet and greet. And I just love this. Look how happy they are. Very excited to bring those group of kiddos over. This is our class of 2038. Oops. Paul.
Don't.
Oh,
Okay, good.
let's
Good.
go back.
We didn't hit update now.
Our
That's
Strive
good. We're
for
good.
Five
We're good.
program. So I just wanted to share some pictures of you. We had a great turnout. He's showing the kids the danger zone. That's Ralph Goodman. She's letting the kids look before they step off that last stop. Very important. Train that all the time. This little guy, I just loved him. He's one of our Playing Soft kiddos. We're helping the kids evacuate the bus. It's part of the safety drill that we have the first 7 days. We're talking about the bus stop, things to do, things not to do. And here's some of our staff that helps out with the program. And as you can see, they're really excited to be involved in the Strive for 5 program. The tutus were a new addition this year, which I thought the kids just loved it. So that was good. And I loved our guy in the middle, Kirk Class. He decided to wear one as well.
That's great.
So that's what I have for you tonight.
Thank you
Any
so much,
questions?
Renee. I just have
Thank
a
you.
couple of little things. First of all, thank you to all 3 of you. What a great start. But again, it's leadership that matters a lot, and I really appreciate your leadership. I had a chance to stop over at the transportation opening day too, and what a great atmosphere. And you got a great team there, and I know every district goes through some bumps at the beginning of the year, but you guys, your hard work and your effort to try and transition some of those things have been very much appreciated. So thank you. And a really quick one last shout out to Ashley Sokola and Joe Montemero. So we might not know this, but this is the first year that we've ever had all 3 news stations, 8, 10, and 13, shoot an opening day from all 3 of them. Usually we've only just ever done one. This year we took a chance, and it was because of the 2 of them that made it happen, and I think it was great to highlight a lot of great things in our district. So last but certainly not least, I'm going to find my paper here. Where is it?
This one?
Here we go. Yep, thanks. Finally, Thursday marks the anniversary of September 11th, and we want to remember and honor the lives lost and the resilience displayed on that day. And we reflect on the courage of the first responders, the strength of the survivors, and the unity that emerged in the face of tragedy. And I would also like to thank our Webster first responders for their commitment to our community and to all those that they serve. So again, that is something that we all will be celebrating here. We have a ceremony here on Thursday in front of the flagpole with a few of our first responders as well, and it's done by Spry Middle School. That ends my report. Thank you guys very much, and thanks for coming.
And then just a brief motion to approve the instructional reports as presented. So moved Carole, second Maria. All in favor? Aye.
All right, then we got to move to the instructional report for,
Oh, yeah.
for
I
PD.
didn't need to do
And
that.
now
Yes.
we'll ask Aaron Land and Greg Elquist both to come on up to the microphones and present our professional development plan. That's the motion.
Oh, yeah. I'm just making it look good.
That's good.
It is our pleasure to talk about professional development tonight. It is a cornerstone of one of the things we're very proud of here in this district. So my pleasure to introduce Greg Alquist, who does a couple of amazing things for us, one of which is professional development. He also happens to teach social studies at Thomas, so wears a couple of hats for us. Greg just finished up his new teacher orientation work with a new group of educators and a new group of mentors. So when you think about professional development and all of the areas of the district it touches, I think one of the most important things we do is support our new educators. And so they're just getting started with their partnerships as we roll into the school year. So thanks, Greg, for all the work that you put into that and our professional development.
That's great. Well, thank you. It's an honor to be and just share a couple of quick snapshots. What we want to do, Aaron and I want to just share kind of 3 quick snapshots of professional learning. One is about the impact of AI and kind of how professional learning is kind of responding and part of that process. Secondly, looking at conferences. And then third, an upcoming One Webster Learning Conference that's coming up shortly. So those are the 3 pieces that we're going to be looking at. And as soon as I saw, by the way, that update, I felt like it was my computer. And then Paul came up on my shoulder and said, do you have your computer? Can we use it? So it feels very eerily similar to my classroom when something's going to update right as I'm about ready to teach. So when we look at AI, I don't want to overstate, but I think we all understand kind of the impact that it's going to have. But I think that's one of the reasons for me in reflecting that this district theme of adaptability is so important. But my other just thought, and I think this kind of like, in some ways, is part of the response to AI and adaptability is that collaboration is really key. And that's how we're going to move through some of this. And I think it's actually one of the parts of my work that I find most rewarding is that it is collaborative. I can look around, by the way, this table and the senior leadership that's here and name each one of you as a partner in my work and could tell anecdotal evidence to support that. And I'm really, really grateful, and especially for Aaron as a thought partner. Joe Montemaro isn't here, but he's kind of like the silent leader behind all of this. So, and anything that I'm going to share is basically just Joe, so I'm going to make it really quick. You know, we had to respond pretty quickly. And even the first point about the AI toolkit that has been produced by the AI subcommittee is a living document. In some ways, it's the definition of an adaptable kind of response to AI. And because AI is changing so quickly, as soon as we kind of made some plans around professional learning, everything changed. Literally, that second bullet around Gemini changed our plans. Our immediate response was what we wanted to do was build capacity with the team and kind of build a train-the-trainer model. And so we kind of identified some learning. We had a plan that was in place, and it was great. And then Gemini came out, and we had to change. And we had to shift, and we actually pivoted away. We kind of made some different decisions, and what we've actually put in place is just another response is that third bullet, that Google kind of came out with an asynchronous generative AI for educators. And it's a 2-hour asynchronous professional development that kind of lays out some of the significant changes that AI has made inside of Google Classroom. So it's not just living outside, but it's literally inside the platform that we use as teachers. And it walks through. And so that was one of our kind of quick responses. And what we're trying to do is use that along with and still continue to build capacity in this train the trainer model. But we're having to be flexible and having to be adaptable to kind of meet the needs that are kind of consistently feel like they're changing. But I think I have my confidence is in the collaborative approach that we have with like Joe and Aaron, this team around the table, a policy board, and Daria Perazzi, who works alongside and partners with this work. And that's where my confidence kind of lies as we kind of move through this. And another part of that AI response is about conferences.
One note quick just about the AI and the strategic support. Joe and I finished our first 2 building visits to Plank North and Schrader this morning to talk to teachers about AI. Fascinating conversation, but we are focused on the humans first and really trying to emphasize the connection that we have across our district in all of the different ways, all of the different relationships. So that is foundational to all the work in AI. But using AI, Joe and I and Greg had a conversation about conferences, and we looked at all of the conferences that teachers attended last year, and I was like, how are we going to tell the board all of the great work that happened? So you know what I did? I used AI. So we took the list of conferences and we put it into AI, and I said, make me a summary that a school board member would appreciate. So this is really just for you. So it categorized the conferences that our teachers went to into 4 groups. So foundational skills and literacy development, which you heard throughout all of the conversations in campus news today. Special education and student support services, including mental health and wellness. Core curriculum and content area expertise. So some conferences around STEM, technology, social studies, humanities. And then 4th, leadership and school-wide initiatives. Those were the main themes that the conferences that teachers attended. We are grateful to have the relationship with the policy board. So we have a professional development policy board that meets and allocates funding for the opportunities that our teachers have. And so that group is the group that decided that there is a pot of money up to $1,000 for teachers to access to go to a conference. We're seeing much more in-person conferences and professional development now, partly because we recognize that we're a human-first business. There's lots you can do online, but if you're not in the same room with somebody, a lot gets lost. And so we're grateful that our teachers are taking that opportunity and growing and then bringing back and sharing with us what they've learned at conferences. I'm going to turn it back to Greg, I think. Before I do that, the One Webster Learning Conference is coming up October 10th. It is a superintendent's conference day. Just today, we sent out the preview of the catalog. We have over 140 opportunities for teachers to sign up for that in-house conference that we run. So kudos to the team that's working with us on that, and thanks to Paul and the folks at Schrader for hosting us that morning.
Yeah, on October 10th, on that Superintendent's Conference Day, this is going to be the One Webster Learning Conference. And we have over 142, actually, it is 142 as of a few minutes ago. That is subject to change any minute. As proposals, even today, we're kind of coming in and some new ideas, and we have the room and the space to be able to do that. And the themes that we've kind of built out, they weren't actually deliberately intentional, but they emerged around AI, secondly, around literacy, and then some community partnerships. And the other thing that I would note that as I kind of scanned across, and I didn't rely on AI. What I noticed were disciplinary specific kind of offerings. And what we hope is for that day that each staff member can look through that catalog of 142 offerings. There are 3 50-minute slots, and they get to choose what offering they would like to attend. So it kind of becomes a little bit more, hopefully, personalized, although the popular sessions, they will go and close quick. So it has already been announced that it will be opening in 2 weeks at 6 a.m., and those spots will go fast. But we are looking forward to that day, and I think the wide variety of offerings is reflective of the investment of this district in professional learning, the way that staff and administrators take this learning and this work really seriously. And it is a day devoted to professional learning, so we're really looking forward to that as kind of another piece of this support that we're trying to offer widely.
Questions?
So the sessions are being conducted by the faculty themselves? So they've put together proposals and they're going to be presenting to their colleagues? Is that how it works?
So some of it are, some of our own staff members are doing it. A number of administrators actually are taking on leadership roles, and a lot of community partnerships, outside providers, and we've also kind of tried to identify that. And there were a number of kind of directors that kind of took responsibility for identifying some and bringing them in. I think Francine brought in at least 15 to 20 sessions herself. And so it's going to be, so there are a number of wide offerings offered by a lot of people inside and outside of the district.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure I know a kindergarten teacher who will be 6 a.m. plugging in her 3 favorites. I can't wait to see what she chooses.
I know, exactly.
Awesome.
Well, that was a wonderful report. We appreciate the work that you both do and your teams do to make professional development a really important part of our district. So,
awesome.
Anything else?
No, that's good.
Nice job.
Thank you. With that, a motion to approve the professional development report. So moved. Second, Carole. All in favor? Aye. All right, board business. Mr. Freeman. Yeah, good to go. Yeah.
All right. So first update I have is just informational because we look at these throughout the year. So I wanted to update everybody on what current tax certiorari cases the district is interceding in. And so this is just where commercial businesses challenge their assessment with the town. I've highlighted we have 13 new ones this year across both Penfield and Webster. Highlighted those for your reference. And then assuming the worst case scenario that all of those got what was requested, what our exposure would be, and then compare that to what our tax certiorari reserve fund is as of right now. So you can see we have all these covered, so we don't have to break the bank on the budget because we have that reserve. The main point of this, too, is also updating on the small claims assessment reviews. You know, many of us in whatever neighborhood we live in quite often get mailers or flyers for challenging your assessment from attorneys that do this as a professional business. But this is by far the lowest amount I have ever seen us have. We have 3. Generally, on an average year, we're somewhere between 80 and 100. So having 3, last year was very low too, which was quite the anomaly. And they're all in Penfield, and there are no Webster claims. So this is a significant reduction in paperwork for the business office this year in processing these. So just wanted to point that out as far as this report for you.
Thank you.
Good.
Great, good.
All right.
FYI.
Next up is also, I just put in a little summer construction update for everybody of what was happening and what's going on with some pictures as well. We had, you know, it didn't feel like a lot of work, but it ended up being a lot of work. Schrader High School ceiling and lights were done. Elementary school roof was finished up. Plank Road this summer as well. Spry Middle School, we had some water service repairs as well. You might notice out on the Main Street side, a little bit of difference. There's no longer a box standing up for where the water service came in. It's now all inside. Willink Middle School renovations. I don't know if you've had a chance to drive down Publishers and noticed some of the changes. Actually, today was a very big day over there. They started pouring some concrete for the foundation. But their main office and new staff bathroom upstairs was also done. And then, of course, the Schrader parking lot. Still has a couple things to finish up this fall, but it was ready to go for the start of school. Coming up next summer is going to get real busy. We have bids that are going out for Thomas High School and Spry Middle School work, as well as Willink's roof. So some additional work going to be on the horizon. So we'll start rolling these reports out quarterly now that there's things are happening.
I just want to say thank you for the pictures. I don't know why. I enjoyed that so much when I looked at them, especially the water thing at Spry. I remember you talking about it at one of the meetings, and I love to picture things.
Yeah.
And then when you put the picture in, I was like, oh, see, I was pretty close.
Always try to do the before and after. It's so much better to visualize the construction.
I really appreciate all the pictures.
We'll keep them coming. And then last does need some action is a scholarship donation. We were lucky enough to receive generous $3,000 donation for generic high school scholarships. So I know the instructional team is working on that, coming up with some parameters. I think working with Mr. McEntee about what would be the best path forward, because there really wasn't too many parameters other than it was a scholarship program that came with the donation. So Liberty Restaurants recently opened up a new community restaurant, Popeyes on Hard Road. So this is part of their community engagement program. And so it's a pleasure to accept this gift and create the account to start this scholarship program. It's a one-time. Yeah.
Yep, it's a one-time. That's right. And it's just something that we actually just learned about kind of some point last week, and Jim McEntee actually accepted the award on our behalf as a school district at 11:30 at their ribbon cutting on Saturday morning. So thank you to Jim for going and representing the district, and it was a great opportunity because he's connected to the chamber as well, and so it was actually a really good opportunity for Jim to work with one of our potential new chamber members. So.
With that, a motion to approve the donation. So moved, Maria, second, Carole, all in favor? Aye. All right, that brings us to the resolution, so I just need a motion to approve the disciplinary resolution. So moved, Jeff, second, Maria, all in favor? Aye. Board member highlights. It's early, so I don't know if anyone has anything they want to point out, but by all means.
I have a few things.
Go for it.
I went to the new educators breakfast, and Aaron Land made it fun once again for the third year in a row. I just really enjoy that day. And then we went to the opening day. We attended it here, several of us, and I think I enjoyed that even more than going to Kodak. It was so much fun.
It was nice.
And tomorrow is information exchange, which we will observe and attend. And then I'm looking forward to the PTSA meetings that are starting up. So, yeah, getting ready.
It's exciting. It is. Any other highlights?
I'm just gonna I'd like to give it every couple of months, but since transportation was here tonight, my spiel on not passing the red lights on the buses, it's still an issue countywide. Drives me absolutely crazy. So once again, my little public service announcement, if the bus is stopped with the red lights and the stop sign, you have to stop. It doesn't matter what side of the road you're on, you're stopping. So please, so you're stopping. Yep. You will still get to your destination at some point. We'll all be fine and the kids will be safe and
that's it.
We'll all make it through to the next day. So
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. That's our highlights. Moving on, we have our consent agenda. I don't know if anyone has any questions. With that, motion to approve tonight's consent agenda. So moved Maria, second. Carole, all in favor? Aye. Sorry, there's 4 of us tonight, so there's not as many options. And there are no speakers, so unless there's anything else you want to say before we go?
It was a great start. Like
Yeah.
I think the principals were talking about earlier, and Renee, I think it's been a really good start. So excited
Awesome.
for the school year.
Next week is our workshop. And with that, a motion to adjourn. Carole, so moved. Second, Maria, all in favor? Aye. Thank you. Have a good night.